Imagine carrying a memory so precious that you never want to let it go. Imagine turning your deepest pain into a permanent mark of love, a silent promise that says you are always with me. Whether it is a gentle whisper on your wrist or a protective embrace on your back, some scars are meant to be beautiful. Today, we are not just looking at ink. We are looking at healing. Stay with me as we explore 15 breathtaking ways to honor the little angels who flew away too soon. Welcome to Tattoo Essence. Usually we appreciate art in many forms, but today we are talking about the most important home of all our bodies and the memories they hold. If you find a design today that touches your heart, or if you know a brave soul who needs to see this, please share this video to your WhatsApp groups or Facebook. Let us help more people find their healing art. Don't forget to subscribe to follow our journey of aesthetics and emotion. One, the angel wings embrace. Imagine a love so vast it needs a canvas as wide as your spirit. Close your eyes and picture a pair of magnificent wings etched not just onto skin but draped over your shoulders like an eternal embrace. The back is our shield against the world, and here we place our strongest guardian. Visualize the feathers, thousands of them, softly cascading down your spine. They are not heavy, they are made of light and memory. This is not just ink, it is the feeling of being held by someone you can no longer see. Every stroke of the needle weaves a story of protection, a silent promise that even though they have flown away, they have not gone far. They are right there, having your back forever. It is a masterpiece of grief and love merging into a single breathtaking sanctuary. Two, watercolor feather into birds. Sometimes letting go is the hardest act of love. Picture a single delicate feather resting on the arm, soft, fragile, yet capable of flight. As your eyes follow the design upward, watch as the feather begins to dissolve, transforming into a flock of tiny birds taking to the sky. This imagery speaks to the soul about release. It whispers that those we lose are not gone, they have simply changed form, becoming free from the weight of this world. The splash of watercolor, perhaps a soft pink or a tender blue, adds a layer of raw emotion, like a tear that has stained the skin but created something beautiful in its wake. It is a reminder that even in loss there is flight. Even in sorrow there is the freedom of the spirit. Three, the floral wreath memorial. Nature has a quiet way of holding our deepest memories, wrapping them in beauty so they can bloom forever. Imagine a garden that never fades planted softly on the skin. Here a wreath of intricate flowers, perhaps forget-me-nots for remembrance or roses for love, circles a silent, tender space. Within this floral embrace lies the silhouette of a sleeping child, safe and sound amidst the petals. This design connects the cycle of life with the permanence of art. It suggests that while seasons change and time moves forward, this specific love remains rooted, growing more beautiful with every passing year. It is a tribute that feels alive, a personal sanctuary where memory is preserved not in stone, but in the gentle grace of a blooming garden. Sleeping on the moon. When the world feels too heavy, look up. There is a quiet magic in the night sky, a vastness that holds our dreams. Picture a crescent moon curved like a gentle cradle, glowing softly against the dark. Resting there is a tiny angel fast asleep among the stars. This design is for the dreamers and the stargazers. It transforms the shoulder blade into a window to the heavens, a reminder that your loved one is resting in a place of perfect peace high above the noise of the earth. The whimsical style brings a sense of innocence, like a bedtime story that never ends. It whispers to you that every time you look at the moon, they are there, safe in the glow, watching over you with a light that never dims. The unbroken bond. Some memories we carry in our hearts, and others we choose to carry right where we can see them. Imagine glancing down at your arm and seeing a simple, elegant silhouette. It is an image of a mother holding a child, captured in clean, unbroken lines. This design is placed on the forearm for a reason. It is always within your sight. Whether you are drinking your morning coffee or reaching out to hold a hand, this image serves as a gentle anchor. It represents a bond that distance cannot sever and time cannot erase. The silhouette captures the essence of that connection without needing complex details. The emotion is in the posture, the closeness, the eternal embrace. It whispers to you throughout the day, a constant reassurance that although they are not in your arms, they are forever part of who you are. The tree of life. Life is often compared to a tree, strong-rooted and ever-growing. But sometimes a storm passes through and a branch is lost. Picture a sturdy tree climbing up the leg, its roots deep in the earth, its leaves reaching for the sun. But look closer and you will see one single branch that has broken off, or perhaps a golden leaf drifting gently to the ground. This imagery acknowledges the pain of loss without forgetting the strength of the whole. It tells a story of survival and continuity. The tree continues to grow, nourished by the love that remains, honoring the part of it that returned to the earth. It is a powerful symbol of family resilience, showing that even when we are shaken, our roots hold us together and life finds a way to keep blooming around the empty spaces. Seven. Flying doves. There is a heaviness in grief, but there is also a hope that feels lighter than air. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing movement along the delicate curve of the collarbone. Here a small flock of doves takes flight, their wings caught in mid-soar, gliding upward toward the shoulder. This placement is intentional. It sits near the breath, near the voice. The doves represent the soul's journey, breaking free from the constraints of earth and finding peace in the open sky. It is a design that speaks of release. It acknowledges that while we hold them close in our hearts, we also grant them the freedom to fly. Every time you catch a glimpse of these birds, you are reminded not of the end, but of the limitless peace they have found. It is a whisper of rest, well etched in the language of the wind. Eight. Heartbeat and date. Life is measured in moments, in breaths, in the steady rhythm that keeps us going. On the wrist right, where you can feel your own pulse, sits a tiny, powerful tribute. Imagine a single line, jagged and sharp like a heartbeat, that gently flows into a small heart shape, followed by a date that changed your world forever. This micro-tattoo is a private memorial. It is small enough to be covered, yet bold enough to be a daily reminder of a life that existed, no matter how brief. Placing it on the inner wrist connects their timeline to yours. Every time you move your hand, every time you check the time, you see it, a proof of existence. It says you were here, you mattered, and your heart still beats within mine. Nine. Too beautiful for earth. Quote. Some words are too precious to be spoken aloud. They are meant to be kept close, hidden against the very cage that protects our breath. Imagine a delicate script running vertically along the ribs, a secret note written on the skin, felt with every inhale and every exhale. The phrase "too beautiful for earth" is not just a sentence, it is a profound realization. Placing it here on the side of the body keeps the memory intimate. It is a tattoo that isn't always for the world to see, but for you to know is there. It sits near the heart, a quiet companion in moments of solitude. The pain of the needle in this sensitive area becomes a part of the tribute, a physical sensation that mirrors the emotional ache, ultimately transforming into a permanent declaration of love that words alone could never fully capture. Butterfly transformation. Change is the only constant in nature, and nowhere is this more beautiful than in the life of a butterfly. Picture a tiny, vibrant creature resting just behind the ear or lightly poised on the neck. It is a whisper of color against the skin, symbolizing the soul's journey from the cocoon of grief into the freedom of the light. This placement is significant. It sits near the mind, near the thoughts that often race in the quiet of the night. The butterfly reminds us that endings are often just beginnings in disguise. It speaks of a spirit that has transformed, shedding the weight of the physical world to gain wings. For anyone seeing it, it is a flash of beauty. For you, it is a symbol of hope that flutters softly, reminding you that love, like the soul, never truly disappears, it just changes form. (11) Baby footprints with anklet. They say that grief is love with nowhere to go, but perhaps it can walk with us. Imagine looking down at your ankle and seeing two tiny footprints no bigger than a thumbprint resting there. To add a touch of grace, a thin, delicate chain connects them, turning the memory into a permanent piece of jewelry. The ankle is symbolic. It represents movement, stepping forward, and the path we walk. Placing the footprints here signifies that with every step you take in this life, your little one walks beside you. You are never moving forward alone. It is a subtle, grounding reminder that even though their feet never touched the ground of this earth, they have left an imprint on your journey that will last a lifetime. (12) Tiny halo or wings. Our hands are how we touch the world, how we hold on, and how we let go. Imagine a whisper of ink on the side of a finger or resting delicately on the hand, a tiny simple halo or a pair of microscopic wings. It is barely there, visible only to those who look closely. This placement is incredibly intimate because you see it in every action you take. When you hold a cup of tea, when you write a letter, or when you fold your hands in prayer, that little symbol is there. It is a constant visual connection, a small ring of light that reminds you that everything you touch is done with a little extra grace, guided by an angel who is always at your fingertips. 13. The constellation map. When we lose someone precious, we often find ourselves looking up, searching the vastness of the night sky for a sign. Imagine mapping that connection right onto your skin, perhaps hidden beneath your hair or tucked discreetly behind an ear. A constellation of tiny stars connected by delicate lines. This isn't just a random pattern, it could be the zodiac alignment of the month they were due, or a custom constellation shaped like a heart that only you know how to find. Placing it on the head connects it to the mind and spirit. It is a celestial map, a silent acknowledgement that while their feet never walked this earth, their souls are woven into the very fabric of the universe. It is your private link to the cosmos, a guide of light shining from above. "14. The artistic awareness ribbon. The inner elbow, the ditch of the arm, is a place of vulnerability, tender skin that folds where we hold things close. Imagine placing a symbol of strength right in that soft spot. We have all seen awareness ribbons, but imagine one rendered artistically, perhaps like a charcoal sketch that gently bleeds into soft watercolor hues of pink and blue. This isn't just a generic symbol, it is a personalized badge of honor for a silent battle. It sits in the crook of your arm, moving with every embrace, every lift, every gesture of care. It is a reminder that vulnerability and strength can coexist in the same space. It transforms a universal symbol of loss into a deeply personal piece of art that acknowledges the pain while celebrating the enduring love that remains in its place. "15. Stairway to Clouds. Our journey through grief is a long walk, a series of steps we take every single day. Picture a simple, elegant stairway etched onto the shin, rising from the ankle and disappearing into a soft cluster of clouds near the knee. This is a visual representation of ascent. It is a comforting bridge between the earth we walk on and the heaven we imagine. Placing it on the leg, the part of the body that carries us forward, is symbolic. It suggests that every step you take in your life is also a step closer to them in spirit. It is a beautiful, hopeful reminder that the path doesn't end here, it continues upward into peace, into light, and into an eternal connection that guides your way. Ink creates a permanent mark on the skin, but love creates a permanent mark on the soul. I hope these 15 ideas have given you a spark of inspiration, or perhaps a moment of peace. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to grieve, just as there is no right or wrong way to create art. You are strong and your story matters. Until next time, keep creating beauty in your world. Goodbye for now.